Swati generously invited me into her lab, and as we were looking under the microscope at this tiny little drop of water, it became this like massive planet space. The felt sensation of that just became like, oh, the deeper we're going into the body, into these tiny like nano structures, the more I feel related to the cosmic realm.
So the concept we had was to record acoustics of places, some spaces that are going to be rendered inaccessible to humans. The technique is called taking an acoustic fingerprint. And use this with a spatial audio technique so people can hear their voice kind of coming back to them from the accelerator. They start to fill out that space and start to get a sense of the scale of it.
What really inspired me was the idea of a horizontal path, a horizontal travel. That transverse magnetism to the horizontal made me think of the positive sign. I was inspired to explore ways that the vertical could go into horizontal, and eventually worked out an animation which I developed with code. For us humans, we are very familiar with the horizontal. We have evolved from it to stand upright, yet we still go back to it when we rest and sleep or pass away. Horizontal is home. Through that accelerator, we're traveling home, but faster and deeper, traveling in time while being still at home.
I remember it was a really energizing meeting. I got to see my science from a whole new perspective, and I got 100 questions about how the neutrons interact. When our worlds merged, scatter dance, crystallized, we took our body like the sample and we let these neutrons scatter off ourselves. And I think that's really cool that you can start to get these representations that actually contain information about the dance moves.
I guess a lot of this derived from our conversations. The body can't be in the space when it's operating. And so how can we actually get that re-embodiment there? Like how can we place the body or get closer and close this gap between the technology and the body and the felt experience?
I wanted to explore embodied interactions with technology. As the sample, you interact with the avatar and the neutrons flying toward you by dancing with them. So you begin to feel your own body dancing as the avatar and responding to the neutrons to make scatter patterns in front of you. You experience that you're both here in your own body, but also up there on the screen.
Coming back to the observation of the neutron and the subatomic, I can bring these realms into a listening perspective. So if you move around, you can hear the shapes. So sometimes if you hear the shape as a round thing and you concentrate enough, you'll figure that it's just going in a geometric shape, which will all sound the same in the first go, but in the second and the third listening, fourth listening, it will become deeper.
I think it took you 2 minutes to destroy my initial idea.
Even though we knocked down the initial idea, which has got something to do with that, it remained a theme that kept coming back because it was all about looking at things from different perspectives.
The act of looking and the way the act of looking is taking place at the same time.
We take this piece of art, mount it in the test beamline. We use this as the sensitive medium in which the neutrons imprint the image of the real moderator.
The gold plate will be radioactive but invisible to us, but then the photo paper will be visible to us but not radioactive. How can we make this ad hoc team that's been built for this project visible?